Okay, so I play Shogi with Shogi Wars. So this time the opponent is EQ and I'm also EQ. So the equal graders. So this time this match became aigakari. So the opponent is Sente and I'm Gote. So he exchanged his fu above his hisha first, and I cannot exchange my fu because the line second is protected by his hisha. So these are usual plays for aigakari, and he opened the kaku line, so I could exchange my fu above hisha. Okay, I made a move of hisha to my territory, and the opponent exchanged kaku also. So I thought that I should use Gin for the attack. Gin on the right hand side should be used for the attack, and fortunately his Hisha go back to his territory, so I can make my Gin forward like a Bogin. Okay, I'm ready to attack, and the opponent is also trying to attack with Gin. Okay, now I could exchange Gin in the line 2 with the attack of line 2. Okay, so the opponent protected by using Gin. So I also make my kakoi stronger with this move with King. So this time the opponent's attack. So they say that this exchange of Gin is good for the player who is attacking, and I thought that this Tsugifu will be effective if the opponent takes my Fu at 2-5 position, so I can take this Fu with my Hisha. This is Ryodori of Keima at 2-1 and Gin at 7-5. So then the opponent try to change the position of Gin by this attack, and finally we exchange the Gin. Yeah, so but still I'm Sente, so by placing Fu at the head of Hisha, Hisha needed to be escaped. So I thought that I can take Fu at 2-4 position to continue my attack on line 2. But the opponent could take my Fu at 4-6 position, and I have no Fu in my hand, so I cannot place Fu at 4-7. So I decided to use Gin at this position, but the opponent protected the 2-5 position with Hisha. So I'm thinking what will happen if I take the Fu at 2-4 position. The opponent may play tataki no Fu on the head of Hisha to protect the second line. So as expected, the opponent used the tataki no Fu strategy. I needed to take this Fu with Hisha, but I could go up. My Hisha could go up and may attack on the 7th or 8th line with this Hisha. So under this, the usage of Gin at 1-5 position seems to be not so effective. So I thought that I'm now in a relatively good situation. Okay, I moved my Hisha, which can enter to the opponent territory by changing this Hisha to Ryu. So he needed to protect the entering of my Hisha to the opponent territory. And by placing Fu, so I protected further. But this was very bad play because the line 2 is very weak. So if Hisha moved to the line, it's easy to make Ryu. So I was not thinking this problem. So I'm thinking how it is possible to protect the line 2. So I decided to move Gin to 3-8 to protect. So at least the taking Keima by opponent Hisha. So the opponent could make Ryu, and I needed to use Gin also further to protect my Gin at 3-8 position.
5分
Okay, now I thought that it's important to take Kyosha and Keima with Kaku, but so this move of Ryu at 8-5 is very good play because he could take my Hisha or Kaku, but I moved my Hisha to the 8th line, but the opponent next play could be placing Kaku at 9-5. It's very effective play, but instead he took my Hisha, so it was very lucky for me. So he lose his Ryu, and with the exchange with my Hisha. So my Gyoku became a little bit safer. The opponent is thinking what is the next attack, but in my territory there are no good position to place his hisha or kaku. So he took my fu at 2-4 position with his gin. So I think that this is best attack. So placing my hisha at 7-1 position, I can take opponent keima at 2-1 or 8-1 with this hisha to make ryu. So opponent protected 2-1 keima, so I could take keima at 8-1. So opponent placed his kaku at 3-9 position, but I thought that it's not so effective play because he cannot take anything with this kaku. So furthermore, 2 plays are needed to take kyosha at 1-9. So I placed keima at 2-3. This is sumero. So by moving my ryu at 3-1, it's checkmate. So he moved king to 4-1 position. So I took opponent kyosha with my keima. So now I'm attacking opponent gyoku from left hand side and also right hand side. This must be very effective attack. So opponent could make uma, but still several plays are needed to attack my gyoku. I think my attack should be faster. Okay, opponent could place hisha to take my gin, 2 gins maybe with this hisha and uma. So I protected the nimaegae, so with uma or hisha with my 2 gins. So by this move of king, so I can avoid the nimaegae. So but instead the nimaegae, the opponent could make ryu by taking my keima at 8-9 position. So I placed my
sokofu.
This is sokofu, very effective protect. But this the combination of kin and fu, sokofu. So this style is a little bit weak against the attack of kyosha. So the opponent took my kyosha to use the next attack. For example, he can place his kyosha at 7-5. Then my king is taken.
3分
Okay, so I needed to accelerate my attack. And this keima should be effective by making king narikei at 3-1. It's sumero. So he protected king at 4-1 with keima. So by making my uma at 7-3, so I thought that I can take this keima at 5-1 with this uma to weaken the opponent kakoi. So still the opponent cannot place his kyosha on a line 7. So this is the play to trying to get my keima. So I thought that I can make narikei at 3-1.
2分30秒
So Okay, so now I could make the opponent kakoi weaken. So I could exchange my uma with keima and king. So I thought that I can make checkmate, and according to the AI, so I have a line, a series of play to get checkmate, but I made a small mistake. Yeah, still I have no
1分30秒
way to get checkmate. So the next play is was not bad. I placed my keima at 4-5 to get gin. So it's in this situation, so getting gin is very important. So gin can work effect to the naname, so I needed gin. Okay, I could get gin, and I have now 2 kings and 1 kyosha. So I have
1分
one way to get checkmate from here, from this situation. I'm thinking what is a good way. So first I use king, because to naname, so I can use just one time king. So I placed kyosha. But next, so he protected the line of kyosha with keima, but he should have moved his gin at 3-3 position to
30
4.
秒
So now I can easily get checkmate by placing gin and king. If he
厳しい戦いを勝ち抜いた戦士の顔じゃのう。
route to get checkmate. Thank you for seeing my movie.